Yo. Oh, bro, this pay-per-view about to be insane. Alright guys, what's up and welcome back to another video on the channel, man. Today we going MIA, man. UFC 287 in Miami, 305 is about to be absolutely stupid lit. With that, bro, let's jump right into it, man. So honestly, with this card, we gotta start with the prelims. I feel like the prelims are just as stacked as the main card. Like, just starting off, we got Chris Barnett versus Chase Sherman, they're both absolute monsters. They're both beasts. I think this fight is gonna be absolutely electric. It's definitely a must-watch. And then right after, we got Michelle Waterson, aka the Karate Hottie. I think this fight's gonna be also pretty lit. But then the welterweight fight between Michael Chiesa and Li Jingliang. Bro, I'm so incredibly surprised that this fight is on the prelims. Like, honestly, this is a fight that could 100% headline a fight night. So Leach's last time out, he lost in a very controversial loss to Daniel Rodriguez. But now he's back again for UFC 287. Hopefully he's super motivated, back to... He's probably trying to obviously get a win again. He is fighting Michael Chiesa, who I don't think he's fought in over a year now, with his last fight coming against Sean Brady, in which he lost. And then before that, he lost to Vicente Luque. And so honestly, I don't know what Michael Chiesa would get. We could totally see someone who's taken more than a year off, just worked super hard, and is not motivated to get a win back. Or we could be seeing someone who's pretty much at the end of their career, and with a loss to Leach, he might actually just retire. So not sure what Michael Chiesa we get, but I'm praying that this fight's absolutely lit, man. And then the last fight on the prelims, we got Chris Action Man Curtis versus Kelvin Gastelum. Again, this is totally one of those fights that could have been headlining a fight night. And again, another one of those fights that I'm very surprised to see in the prelims. But they're both incredible strikers. Kelvin, his last time out, he had to pull out because of an injury. So I'm super excited to see what type of Kelvin Gastelum we get. Chris Curtis, you know he's going to bring it every single time. So this fight, absolutely lit, absolute fireworks. Now let's jump into the main card, man. So first fight on the main card, we got Raul Rosas Jr. versus Christian Rodriguez. Raul Rosas, for those of you guys who don't know, is the youngest UFC fighter. And honestly, it does look like they're just kind of feeding him a dude that hopefully they want Raul to beat, so then they can just push the Raul Rosas train, the hype train behind them. And yeah, they're kind of just feeding Christian to the wolves. I am very interested to see how Raul looks this time out. Obviously, in his last fight in December, he looked amazing. He got the submission. Dude totally looked like he belonged. But now I'm super interested to see how he does in Miami in such a huge card, especially starting out such a huge card. I think it'll be great to see, and hopefully this fight's a banger, man. Next up, Kevin Holland versus Santiago Ponzinibbio. Bro, honestly, this has potential to be fight of the night. Kevin Holland, honestly, I don't think has ever been in a boring fight. And same with Santiago. They're both amazing strikers. They both love to throw. But even despite all of that, I totally see Kevin Holland just beating him. Kevin Holland is coming to a loss to Wonderboy. And just in general, I feel like Kevin's competition has been way higher. So hopefully this is just a great bounce back win for him, and he can start making another title push, because I'd love to see Kevin Holland win. Dude's an absolute entertainer. And yeah, man, this should be a lit-ass fight. Next up in the bantamweights again, we got Rob Font versus Adrian Yanez. Bro, off rip, I really want Adrian Yanez to win, man. He is so good. He hits so incredibly hard too, especially for a bantamweight, and he just walks around with so much swagger. I just love the way he carries himself. Rob Font, again, he is a veteran now. I feel like he's closer to the end of his career. Adrian Yanez is still just starting up. He definitely hasn't even hit his prime yet. And so because of all that, I totally see Adrian winning this, but I'm very curious to see if he just knocks the dude out, or if it's actually a long decision win. Either way, this bantamweight division is absolutely crazy. And if Adrian Yanez ends up winning, I'm very curious to see who he goes up against next. I think if Adrian wins against Rob Font, Peter Yan might be a great opponent right after. Yan has obviously been losing his last few fights. Adrian's on the come up. I think that would be a great matchup. Or the UFC could just throw him right into the wolves with like a Corey Sandhagen, or a Chito Vera would be a great matchup as well. But I'm very excited to see what happens in this fight, man. Then we finally have the co-main, man. Gilbert Durinho Burns versus Jorge Gamebred Masvidal. This is a banger fight. I think this is such a good matchup because Gilbert obviously loves to grapple. He's an extremely good grappler, but then Jorge has amazing takedown defense. Jorge's stance is also so unorthodox. Like he pretty much just stands straight up. But even with that, it's so hard to take him down. I've seen Usman talk about it. Even Colby had trouble taking him down early on. And so I'm very curious to see what Gilbert's game plan is coming into it. Because in terms of power, I definitely think Gilbert 100% has him on power. Gilbert just throws way harder. He's just a bigger dude. But Jorge's been a striker. That's his bread and butter. Jorge absolutely loves to stand and bang. I think Jorge's game plan is 100% going to be just using that jab, just touching Gilbert up, and then just throwing the straight whenever possible. I think Jorge's ideal fight would be having Gilbert Burns on his heels. I think Jorge's going to have to control most of the fight. But with that being said, it's so difficult to put Gilbert on his heels, man. Gilbert has just so many weapons. He could obviously take you down. He could grapple you. Like Gilbert, his last time out against Neil Magny, amazed me so much by how easy he made things look. He was literally just able to go in, take Neil down, just submit him real quick, and the fight was over. Like, it was over before it even started. So honestly, even with this fight, I would absolutely love to see Jorge win, especially Jorge in his hometown of Miami, 305. Dude's back at home. I think him coming out, bro, his entrance music is gonna be insane. Like, no matter what the actual song is, him coming out to the arena, just the Miami fans just cheering him on, I think that's gonna be absolutely insane. But Gilbert might honestly just come through, just ruining it for everyone. Like, I could totally see him just taking Jorge down pretty much right away, submitting him right away, and it's just over before it even started. And so because of that, I'm 100% leaning towards Gilbert Burns. He is also a huge favorite. But yeah, man, I personally really want this to be a striking match. I want to see them just strike each other. I think that will 100% be the most entertaining fight. But realistically, if Gilbert wanted to play it safe, I could totally just see him just either just taking him down right away, or at least pushing him to the cage, just grinding Jorge out before eventually trying to before eventually getting a takedown. I could totally see Gilbert fighting Jorge like Colby Covington, where it is literally just grinding him out, just taking him down, just a lot of ground and pound, things like that. But yeah, man, this should be a good one. And now finally, we got the main event, Alex Pereira versus Israel Adesanya 2. Me personally, I'm a huge Izzy fan, so I'm going with Izzy off rip. Like I've been saying in my shorts, which definitely go check them out, putting shorts out daily, so go check all of those out. But even on those, I've been saying that the easiest way for Izzy to win is honestly just wrestling. Like, Israel Adesanya is 100% the best at just finding his range, just touching him up with leg kicks, jabs, just 1-2, just keeping that range and that distance, and just literally just touching him up and then moving out the way. But with someone like Alex Pereira, who has that left hook and is just like an extremely powerful puncher, you really want to do anything possible so that Alex can't find his range. And so because of that, I think if Izzy's able to just touch and move, but then the second that Alex starts throwing a 1-2 or just starts throwing any type of combination, I think Izzy should 100% just shoot for a takedown. He doesn't necessarily even have to take Alex down. I think Izzy just needs to threaten the takedown. And so that will get Alex just thinking that, oh shit, there's a possibility that I might have to grapple. And then because of that, Izzy can just have Alex guessing the whole fight. Like we saw in the third round the last time out, Izzy's 100% the better grappler just because he's been doing MMA longer, and he's definitely a lot more comfortable on the ground. And so because of that, obviously the smartest way for him to win would be to take him down. I think if Izzy keeps his striking the whole way, he still has a huge chance to win, because even in their last fight, Izzy was legit a punch or two away from knocking Alex out in the first round. So I'm sure he's also very confident on his feet and totally believes that he could knock Alex out just like Alex knocked him out. I think striking wise, they're just so incredibly good that if one of them zigs instead of zags, they could 100% get knocked out. I think when it comes to their feet, they're literally off by inches. I think Izzy just knows how to play with range better. Alex is just a lot more powerful and is just a stronger striker. And so because of that, whoever messes up the slightest bit can very easily get knocked out. It's literally a matter of inches. Whereas if Izzy does go for takedowns, goes for just tries to clinch him on the fence. Like, honestly, just tries to grind Alex out and make it look like an absolute brawl. And Izzy just makes it not pretty at all. Like, Izzy has a much higher chance of winning that fight because on the ground, I totally think that Izzy's just a better grappler. And so because of that, I am super excited for this matchup. Like I said, I got Izzy in it, but I think it's a very close fight. I'm hoping that it's a very good fight. And yeah, man, I'm stupid excited for this. So yeah, guys, that is pretty much it for this video, man. Just covered UFC 287 super quick. I am very looking forward to this card. I think the whole card's absolutely stacked. I think them being in Miami in general is about to be absolutely electric. Not to mention this main fight, Pereira versus Adesanya, is like, bro, I've been excited since they announced. Since they fought the last time, I've been excited about this fight, man. Super looking forward to this. Let me know in the comments below who you guys got winning. And as usual, be sure to check out all the links in the bio. At least it's something I'm working on, man. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And with that, I'm out of here, man. Peace.